You know, life was so much easier when I was in earlier recovery because I was in like a rehab and they had things for me to do. And the scariest part about going through recovery is that I get stuck in here sometimes and I do not like being bored. So sometimes having things planned out is a great way to, I guess convenience yourself by not getting drunk or not getting high. Well, I kind of want to talk about that today, so let me get home and we'll talk more about a structured schedule. All right. So like I said, early in sobriety, I was in a recovery center, right? So everything was, catered for me. Within those four walls, I had a structured meal plan, times during the day when I'd eat, up bedtime. I even had chores to do where I had to make my bed, I had to mop hallways, small things, but things that kept me structured throughout my entire day. It's a lot easier when you have therapists and, time that you can communicate what's going on the inside. Outside of that recovery, I just didn't have any of those things. So what was I to do? This is really the first tool that most rehabs and 12-step groups give you, and that's the tools to be able to sort of schedule your time, create a ritual for your morning or evening, things that you can do that are pre-planned ahead of time that keep you out of self, which for me was the danger zone. In recovery, I had everything planned for me. Outside of there, now there's no accountability, so I'm left with freedom, which for an addict like myself can be really dangerous. See, early recovery is about moving around daily stressors without having to worry about self-medicating with needles or by opening a can of beer. So by creating daily routines and rituals, I'm saving my sanity by doing things that are repetitive, things that I know are about to happen, and not having to worry about what to do with my time so I don't get stuck up here. The benefits for an addict or any normal person of having a ritual or a schedule is learning time management skills, boosting your self-esteem, and also, more importantly, just staying sober. Truly, for somebody who's in recovery, starting a daily routine gives you a sense of purpose. And sometimes, more often than not, a sense of purpose can defeat happiness any day of the week. When I wake up in the morning and have something to do, it gives me a reason to get going, right? So, but creating like a weekly routine seems to be kind of daunting, and for a lot of people can be very challenging. So what you really want to do is start with a 24-hour period, like a morning routine. So don't stress yourself out, trying to fix the entire week, because something's going to happen to get in the way of those plans. So start with a morning, If you wake up in the morning, the first thing you should be doing is making your bed. If it worked for the Army, it could probably work for us. Brush your teeth. Make a good breakfast. There's nothing like a cooked breakfast in the morning to get you going before everything else that happens in a day. And give yourself a week or two to really get going on this. Rome wasn't built in a day, so I'm not expecting perfection on the first week that I try to get all this together. Later on, we can add things to our day, that span through the week, like time during the day to exercise, or time to reflect, a meditation, or to go to a meeting so that we can meet with those like-minded people, that join in a 12-step program. The real point of these routines is to give you a sense of purpose so that you're not isolating and you have an open line of communication in your life. You've got stuff to do that keeps you out of this brain that can be really, really grotesque. I'm an addict and I'm a guy, so what's going on up here is not always the best stuff. So if I can stay out of self and keep busy with small, even mundane things, I know that I'm going to be okay. That's how we stay sober, and that's how successful people get throughout their week and plan things ahead. Anyway, that's all I've got for the day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.